A quick shout out to Pizza Lord for making the thumbnail for this Q&A video. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. You did an awesome job on this. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check out our highlights for the Apex broadcast we did last Friday. It was really cool. Also, I know I said I was going to do this Q&A in a couple of weeks from now, but I realized I was going to be busy by then and I wouldn't have time to do it, so I wanted to just do it now with the questions I got. I hope you understand and I hope you enjoy this video. Hey, what's up guys, YouTuber here, and today I'm doing the Q&A early, as you can tell. I'm actually surprised I got as many questions as I did. I got over 20 plus questions. Sure, I have nearly 900 subscribers, but that's still kind of a shock to me, you know? I'm going to try and give out detailed answers for each question so that it won't be a super short video. So with that being said, let's get this thing started. Who is your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber is Scott the Waz. He is so funny and creative with his content. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go check him out. I even made a couple videos about him. He is that funny. I love him so much. What is your favorite death battle? Well, if I had to be honest, my opinion on what my favorite death battle is constantly changing. Whenever a new death battle comes out that has a character that I like, chances are it might replace the one that is currently my favorite. But as of the time I'm making this Q&A, my favorite death battle is actually the newest one, being Danny Phantom vs Jake Long. I ended up watching that over and over again. I loved it so much. The animation was so cool and the voice acting is actually pretty decent. What is your favorite Versus series? If you were to ask me this question 2 years ago, I would have easily said Rewind Rumble / Cartoon Fight Club. But now it's actually a pretty tough question. If I had to be honest, it would actually be Death Battle now. I still love Rewind Rumble and Cartoon Fight Club and will continue to watch those series, but I actually like Death Battle more now because they do a more consistent job with the animation. And if you ask me, I think the joke stuff that Animation Rewind puts out, I honestly don't like. That's not to say I oppose of it and I don't like his channel because of it. I just prefer Death Battle because they're always consistently serious with their content. What is your favorite movie from 2019? My favorite movie from 2019 would actually have to be Spider-Man Far From Home. I know a bunch of people would say Avengers Endgame is better, but I prefer Spider-Man Far From Home over it, mainly because I just love Peter's affection towards MJ in that movie, and it made me really appreciate it. Endgame was also really good though, and I also watched Toy Story 4, Detective Pikachu, Good Boys, and even that movie Countdown, which a bunch of people hated. I actually really liked that movie, to be honest with y'all. But yeah, my favorite movie of 2019, and my favorite movie of all time period, is indeed Spider-Man Far From Home. What is your favorite game from 2019? Well, if I had to be honest, I really haven't played that many games from 2019, like, at all. I know there are some really good ones, like Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Death Stranding, the Resident Evil 2 remake, and a bunch more, along with stuff like Link's Awakening and Luigi's Mansion 3, which I did play a little bit of both those games, but to be honest, the only game I actually played a lot of from 2019 is Super Mario Maker 2, so I have to say that as of right now, my favorite game from 2019 is Super Mario Maker 2. But I do plan on getting other games for 2019 and trying out those as well. I'll probably update you when I get to that. What are your two favorite cartoon and video game characters? Well, my two favorite video game characters are Mario being my second favorite and Ryu from Street Fighter, which is my favorite. My two favorite cartoon characters would have to be Jimmy Neutron being my second favorite and SpongeBob SquarePants being my favorite. Maybe you could do tutorials for Wii U? I'm assuming you're talking about Project Plus tutorials on how to install it on Wii U, which I cannot do that because I no longer have a Wii U. Sorry. But that update video I promised you all is still going to happen. I just need to wait to get a few more things before I can get to it. Are you going to do a Sonic Adventure 1 All Emblems run soon? Well, as of right now, I currently do not own Sonic Adventure 1 nor 2, but when I do get Sonic Adventure 1, I will consider it. What would you change about Disney vs. Nick? I would actually change quite a bit about Disney vs. Nick. The roster overall is fine, but looking back at it after several months, I realized it wasn't the best fight as I initially thought it was. In fact, it was kind of mediocre. I'm still thankful that Animation Rewind has put the time into making it for me, and I will always be thankful for that. But looking back at it, there are definitely some stuff I would change about it. For example, I would make sure every character gets at least one opportunity to fight another character. For example, Mr. Krabs and Elsa didn't really get any good screen time. In fact, Elsa, you could tell that Elsa was actually fighting Goofy during the battle sequence of everybody near the end right before Dora killed everyone off. And Mr. Krabs straight up got burned by SpongeBob and didn't even get a chance to fight. I will admit though that the team animations that were in the battle were honestly pretty good. I like the Mickey, Goofy, and Donald vs Spongebob, Patrick, and Squidward 3-on-3 animation, and I also like the 2-on-1 between Danny Phantom and Jake Long and Bill Cipher. But I think it would have been better to have a 4-on-4 between Mickey, Goofy, Donald, and Sora versus SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs. That honestly would have been cooler. And I think it would have been better to have more one-on-ones, but not too many. I think like a couple more one-on-ones and have a more decent fight battle sequence at the end. And more importantly, don't make two characters that are on the same team fight each other. Goofy and Elsa. Do you plan to hire any animators for your show? The short answer is no, because 1, I canceled it, I ended the series, and 2, if you're going to have animators animate for your show, you have to pay them a good amount of money because of the amount of time and effort they put into them. And as of right now, I currently cannot pay anybody for anything, because I do not have a job and I do not have a good start on this Versus series that is already dead. But like I said, eventually I might bring it back and I might hire some animators when I get the ability to pay for them. But for now, the answer is no. If you want another raffle idea, what would it be? It would actually be a Street Fighter vs Mortal Kombat Total War. I know Animation Rewind confirmed that they were working on a Mortal Kombat vs Street Fighter Total War, but that was almost a year and a half back and we've gotten no updates on it since. So I figured as of right now, the current state of it has been cancelled. But I would gladly use another raffle idea to get them to restart it and bring the idea to life, as tedious as it might be. Will you make some more top 10s on CFC or Rewind Rumble? Sure, I would love to do that. I just need to wait for the right time to do it, and I need to do it when I have free time. If Goku hits Superman with his blue Kamehameha, would Superman power up because it's blue energy like a blue sun? No. The Kamehameha and the sun are made of two completely different matters. It has been confirmed that a Kamehameha is made of plasma and that the sun is made of hydrogen and helium and a few other materials. So Superman would not power up from it and would instead get killed from it. Have you considered getting help to improve editing? Well, actually, I've been considering getting a new editing landscape entirely, which is what I'm trying to do right now, but I cannot get it right now because I currently don't have the money and I currently don't have the opportunity to get a job to make said money because of the quarantine. But once I do get a job and once I save up for enough, I'm definitely going to upgrade to a better editing software and we will get going from there. Who do you prefer, Mario or Mega Man? I prefer Mario over Mega Man, but I prefer Capcom over Nintendo overall. What is your favorite Sprite Fighter episode? My favorite Sprite Fighter episode would be either Kid Goku vs M. Bison or Nightwolf vs T-Hawk, because I remember putting the most effort into both of those episodes. Nightwolf vs T-Hawk in terms of analysis, and Kid Goku vs M. Bison in terms of animation. Do you like SpongeBob more than Gumball? Yes, way more than Gumball. What is your opinion on Wii versus Wii U? Well, if I had to be honest, I say the Wii is a far better. Even though the Wii U is technically superior, the Wii is still a far better system with its better games and the huge hacking community behind it. Gonna run for every S rank in Sonic Colors? Eventually, yeah, I have Sonic Colors, but I only played the first few acts of it. It's a really good game. Why did you start YouTube? Well, the truth is, the reason why I started YouTube is actually because a bunch of my school friends started YouTube. For example, Pizza Lord, of course, before he moved away. And I came up with the name Wii YouTuber because one day I was joking around making puns and then I came up with the name Wii YouTuber and I realized, oh my goodness, that's actually a really good name for a channel. I'm gonna make that the name of my YouTube channel. And look where we are now. What is your favorite kind of pizza? Well, there's a lot of things that go into my favorite kind of pizza. In terms of toppings, I prefer it to be just pepperoni, but I also like it when there's bacon, ham, sausage, and banana pepper on top of it. And in terms of the crust, it can be regular crust or stuffed crust, I don't care. I honestly love the crust on pizza, don't at me. And in terms of where it's from, I want it to be Little Caesars. I don't know about you guys, but I love Little Caesars pizza. I know you guys probably don't like it, I just said I don't know about you guys, but I do know about you guys. Maybe I do know my subscribers pretty well. But yeah, in terms of my favorite pizza, I want it to be from Little Caesars with just pepperoni and that good buffalo ranch. And those are all the questions. Thank you to everybody who asked a question. I really appreciate it. If you guys want me to do another Q&A, just let me know. Either comment your questions in the comment section of this Q&A or just hit the like button. I can do it either live or I can just do it normally like I did with this video. But anyways, I gotta get going. Thank you all for watching and Wii YouTuber out, y'all. Peace.